Hi everyone, if you could just bear with me for 1 second, I'll appreciate it. Thank you. Hey everyone, it's Salathia, your virtual notary here, and I just want to say if you made it through my long intro, then you're well on your way to being a virtual notary. One of the things that you have to have and be when you are a virtual notary is be patient and have patience. So the word for today is patience. If you are struggling with your patience, then you might want to brush up on this particular skill, um, or you may want to say this particular virtue, because it is a requirement in order to be a virtual notary. If you feel like you can't or you don't want to, or it's going to be difficult for you, then it will really be hard for you to be a virtual notary. And I say that in all sincerity and with the most amount of love I can say it. If you don't have it, don't want to seek it, then you may not want to be a virtual notary. Okay, I hope I didn't sound too harsh for you guys. I just want to make sure that you understand how important it is for you to be patient and have patience. And there's no sugarcoating it. Sometimes your client may be in a rush, but your demeanor may be able to change that. If you are frazzled and trying to rush through your notarization, then the potential for errors increase. You have to be patient and have patience. You may get that client that has all day to accomplish their notarization. While you want to be in control of all of your signings, telling your client, hey, just click, is not acceptable. You have to be patient and have patience. While vetting your clients for RON, you may not always get it right. You may have that client that can't get past that first round of their KVAs. So you have to give them a second round. That is, if you're in a state that allows 2 rounds of KVAs. You have to be patient and have patience and allow them a second chance. A notarization on face may look like it's going to take only 15 minutes, but could end up taking an hour or more. Been there, done that several times. So you have to what? Be patient and have what? Patience. I didn't always have patience, but I knew I needed to acquire this particular skill because I was ready to receive it, because I wanted to be able to be patient and have patience. I allowed my role as a virtual notary to help mold me in that respect. So now I have patience in my toolbox. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't always get it right. But when I notice that I'm exhibiting behavior that is not indicating my patience with a particular situation, I will quickly correct that, whether that's in life, personal, or being a virtual notary. And one thing I always remind myself, and I want to remind you, is that you're being recorded. So you don't want your facial expressions to indicate anything but excited to be doing that particular online notarization for your client. So remember, always smile and say it with me. You have to be patient and have patience. Now, if you are ready to acquire this skill, then feel free to reach out to me. info@virtualnotarytools.com, and let's have a discussion on how you can grow this particular skill set so that you can be successful as a virtual notary. Again, reach out to me, info@virtualnotarytools.com. And I want to leave you with a couple of quotes I found quite amusing and applicable given our current state with our remote online notarization service providers. Let's take a look. If the person you're talking to doesn't appear to be listening, be patient. It may simply be that he has a small piece of fluff in his ear. I know there are a lot of virtual notaries that are very vocal with their displeasure regarding certain platforms that are for the independent notary. So they are highly encouraged, we are highly encouraged to remain vocal. Maybe they're just not ready to receive it. Maybe they're just not hearing us loud enough. So they just have that little piece of fluff in the ear, and we just got to keep, going at it. And the second one is, it is already a long story, yet it seems as if it were hardly commenced. Is it any wonder if we at last grow distrustful, lose patience, and turn impatiently away? I know that for myself and other virtual notaries, becoming an online notary, it is a long story. You have to know your state requirements, you have to research platforms, you have to spend money on this, you spend money on certificates, you spend money on signing up, and you didn't even get to do your first online notarization yet, but somehow you're growing distrustful because of all of these fees, all the things that you're reading in your Facebook groups. You lose patience. You don't know if you want to continue the process, but you have invested so much money, but you just want to recoup your money, right? So you're distrustful, you're losing your patience, and sometimes some notaries just turn away because it's either not worth the investment, and they're not seeing their return on the investment, or they're tired of talking to the company and not getting anywhere. That's that small piece of fluff that's in the ear. So I enjoy being a virtual notary and online notary. I enjoy doing online notarizations, but I do get very frustrated with two of the platforms that I use. And I tried to do a notarization yesterday, no luck. I tried to do a notarization today, no luck. So I'm just fortunate that I do have a backup, but not everybody has a backup. So it's hard to tell my client, hey, we're about to do this at 1:15, and it doesn't work at 1:15. I'm on this side growing impatient, but I have to be with my client and to let them know, hey, I'm working on it, and hoping that they remain patient through the process. So there's a lot of patience to be had with the whole process, with the systems, possibly with your client, and your client with you, right? So patience in the online notarization world is something that needs to be had by all. Thank you so much for listening to me today. And like I said, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at virtualnotarytools.com. Thank you. Have a great day.